Good evening. I've not really thought about what I'm going to say, because what I do want to say is that in the future, in the far-flung future from Matt Smith's tenure as the Doctor, we've just heard that Doctor Who will be back next Christmas, which is quite the relief, because I was worried. I'll level with you. I was getting concerned. Anyway, that's enough of that. Hello, it's the third Doctor's era, and the second Doctor's era, and I'm here for it. Quite frankly, I'm here for it. And hello, Mark Gattis. Good to see you on writing duty. I have to say, I think it's Gattis. Is this Gattis?
Yes.
Was it Gattis?
Yes.
Are you sure it's Gattis?
100% sure. You could tell.
I don't want to make a fool of myself.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Because I think he writes on later in the season as well. But anyway, that's by the by. Well, if it is Gattis, this is Gattis' best story so far.
I just told you it is. Why are you questioning me?
And how very Gattis to bring back the Ice Warriors. And how delightful that in the same way that the show has taken the premise of Doctor Who and pulled and tugged and done interesting things with it, that now we have reached a stage in the revival of the show where we can start to look back and not just take a nod at the Macra, and not just bring the Sontarans back in pretty much old school Sontaran vibe. I mean, the Sontarans are fairly consistent throughout Doctor Who, with the exception of Strax, maybe. No, actually, to be fair, Links was quite funny in his first story. Anyway, in Dad's first story. But taking the Ice Warriors and actually starting to pick them apart, is it a suit? All that kind of thing. And I genuinely felt that the reworking of the Ice Warriors is entirely successful here. Entirely successful. I really, really have enjoyed that sort of sense of honour and aggression and the sort of the chivalrous code of it, but also being big and green and scary. And that totally worked for me. And I think the sort of co-opting of Alien as a template for this, you've still not seen Alien, have you? As a template for this, which, let's be perfectly frank, Doctor Who's done before, in a number of different places, really, really, really works very, very well here. The only thing that has let down the Ice Warrior, why have him take the helmet off at the end? I think with...
Oh, he was so cute.
But I don't want my Ice Warriors to be cute. I want him to be a mean green bastard. Well, that's fine, because that's just me, and that's okay. I just thought that, with the exception of that, and perhaps the spindliness of the hands, but I'm okay with that as well.
It's very specific.
Well, it was just something about it. I mean, the actors were working very, very, very hard to sell those spindly hands, but they, fine. I'm just nitpicking here. I thought the Ice Warrior is absolutely brilliant. I love the setting of this story. I mean, we've not done submarine before, but we've certainly done confined shippy spaces, haven't we? It's not that removed. I don't think so. The closest I can think about is in 42, with the ship that's flying into the sun and stuff like that. It's got that sort of run around corridorsy type groove. I actually thought the sets were really, really good. The water trickling down. I like the whole Cold War. What came first, the title or the episode. But I really like that sort of setting. It's quite interesting to do the 80s, but it's through the eyes of the Russians. And what's the name of the actor who played the nice scientist chap? Oh, I can't remember, but he's great, and he's been all over the place. But I enjoyed all of that. I enjoyed the fact that this is a multi-Prince Philip story. I think that I found that quite entertaining. I mean, in terms of this felt like a proper good Monster of the Week run-around Doctor Who story. And with the I think it ever so slightly ran out of steam 7 or 8 minutes before the end, if I'm perfectly frank. And that's fine, because there's enough here. Anyway, let's talk about our leads, because I've got to say that Matt Smith, I think, it's unfair to say he's phoning in his interpretation of the Doctor. That's absolute bobbins. He's given it everything, but it's just such a comfortable interpretation of the Doctor now. It's got chimes of Troughton, because I think he's a very Troughton Doctor, but also that sort of period of Baker where he just could come on and just do Doctor and then bog off to the pub. And I certainly don't think that that the actors playing the Doctor these days have the license to just bog off to the pub. But Matt Smith just seems to do it with such ease by this point in his tenure, and it's just so fun to drop into. I'm totally with his Doctor. Totally with his Doctor. I'm absolutely loving it. Now, the other thing I want to say is this, and this is big, and this may cause some consternation in the house. I'm getting... now, strap yourselves in, this is high praise. I'm getting some major Sarah Jane Smith vibes off Clara. I expected more of an uproar there. There's just something about her pluckiness, her willingness to please, her bravery, her humanity. I just think I get a lot of Elizabeth Sladen out of this performance. And let's be perfectly honest, there is literally no higher praise for a companion to say that. And, you know, I think that Jenna Coleman is doing a bang-up job with... I think there's some good stuff being thrown her way right now. We're down from 2 companions to 1 companion, 3 to 1 if you count River Song in some of those stories. And as a result, she is getting a bit more of a platform to shine in, and I think she's grasping that and absolutely flying with it. I genuinely think, as a debut set of 3 stories, just in terms of companion, because I'm not saying Cole was the greatest story of all time, I'm not, but in terms of that developing Doctor-companion relationship, I just think I really, really think it's strong. So, like I've been saying, this run of stories for reasons, don't sit very clearly in my mind. So, especially off the back of knowing that Doctor Who's coming back, to be able to drop into this story and then be captivated by the returning Ice Warriors, by the brilliance of the Doctor, by this great new companion, by 2 Prince Philips. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Liv, do you have anything you want to chip in with on this one?
Not particularly. I like the Doctor, I do. I like the Clara. I liked the baddie alien thing, although I thought he was a bit dramatic, to be honest.
He's an Ice Warrior, they always are.
But he wakes up from 5,000 years of sleep or whatever, and it's like, I'm going to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have just been a bit...
I agree. It is in keeping with your Ice Warriors, though. They do tend to...
Well, that's fair enough. And then I didn't like the guns in it.
All right.
I thought there was a bit of a body count as well.
Yeah, there were quite a few deaths in this one. I think it was quite Third Doctor-y,
overall, I don't think Jenna Coleman's stories so far have been particularly interesting. No intrigue yet, but you can't go straight into intrigue.
No,
it's not a criticism.
No, I know that.
You love her. I also love her.
I don't think they're breaking new ground, and I think it would be fair to say, I think in terms of the parameters by which Moffat certainly is setting the programme out, and to a lesser extent Davis, you could argue the show is treading water a bit at the moment. But treading water means having those sort of standalone episodes where the Doctor and the Companion are just awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with that, because that's what Doctor Who was like for the vast majority of its life. So, I'm with you. Let's be honest, Doctor Who initially wasn't designed to be made to be watched on box set repeat, was it? You were supposed to watch an episode and bugger off and talk about it in the playground the next day. So I know what you're saying. It is a weird change of pace. But actually, whisper it to yourself. I think I prefer that sort of thing. I do. There we are. Anyway, great stuff. Doctor Who's coming back. Yay!